it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How are you today? I have been very lax about the videos lately, and I do want to apologize. But I want to welcome you to my channel, and thank you for being here today. Thank you for coming back again and again, even when my videos are sporadic as they have been. I thought when we got to Ohio, I would be able to do videos every day. And I just struggle right now. I haven't, so let me jump back. My channel is a crochet channel. If you're new, and that's what you're looking for, stick around. There is crochet involved today. But I also do some just life updates kind of stuff. I am learning to knit, so we do some knitting. My husband and I have an RV. We were traveling and living in it for the last year and a half, and so when there's good content for that, I have done some travel videos as well. But mostly it's crochet and crochet related, a crochet knit now, because I am knitting. Even though I haven't picked up the needles in probably a week. I know, I've just been really, really bad. It's been really busy. Life is just busy. And my husband and I purchased a house, and we were supposed to get the keys, or we were supposed to close the loan yesterday. There was a hiccup, and now everything's all up in the air. I mean, we're still getting the house. Don't worry that part. But there was some delays. Some things happened that shouldn't have happened, and it's just kind of been a little bit hectic and crazy. So there's a rush to get stuff done. And the sad thing is, we sat for like 2 weeks. Can't we just move? Can't we just get in there? But no, it's not time, and the paperwork isn't done, and then there were errors, and so now here we are, the day after we were supposed to close. And at one point we were going to close early, and then we ended up, now we're going to be at least a week late. So we had arrangements for things to happen that we have to change, and just stuff. And now we're staying, so since we've been in Ohio, we've been staying with my son and his wife and 2 kids and 3 dogs. And so there's stuff going on quite frequently. But they have a big boat, and they just left to go to the islands for the weekend. We're only going on Saturday. We didn't plan for the whole weekend because we thought we would be moving in, or moving. We would be moving stuff from our storage unit into our house this weekend. And so we thought, well, we'll take Saturday off and go up to the islands. You can take a ferry, because it really is an island. It's called Kelly's Island. And we would take a ferry and go up there. Well, that ain't happening. I mean, we are going up there on Saturday, but the moving part isn't happening. So we could have been up there the whole weekend, but we just didn't make the arrangements for that. So now it's peaceful and quiet in the house, and I can crochet and I can video, and the one dog is outside. The other 2 dogs went with them. But Nina, the big dog, she's outside drying because she got onto something and was smelly, and they gave her a bath. Now she smells like wet dog. But it's nice and sunny out, and she was laying on the deck. Let me just check on her, because I haven't seen her in a minute. Oh goodness, she's not laying there. Let me go see where she is. Hold on. Okay, I found her. She's kind of hard to lose. She doesn't get around so good. She's had some hip problems. She has a hard time getting up and getting down, getting up and down the stairs, on and off the furniture. But she weighs over 100 pounds, so she's a big dog. And she was laying out in the sun, but it is like 95 degrees outside. So she went into the garage, and she's laying in the garage. She did not want to come in. So even though it's 95 degrees, she'd rather be out there laying on the concrete than in here. I don't blame her. I mean, for her, whatever she wants to do. We pretty much let her do what she wants. She's stubborn. If she doesn't want to get up, she doesn't feel it, she's not getting up. So I'm not forcing her. Oh, now she wants to come in. Hold on just a second. I guess she decided after I walked away. Oh, do you want to say hi, Nina? No. I will show you to her. Hold on just a second. There she is. Yeah. Okay, you're all right. She's so funny. Oh, she's so funny. She's like, yeah, don't put me on camera. What's the matter with you? I'm not going to look at that camera. She's funny. She's a good, very good dog. And I feel bad that she is, she's got arthritis and stuff, I'm sure. But anyway, that's enough about Nina and what's going on in my life. It's just been kind of chaotic. Lots of family time, lots of things going on. My third granddaughter just turned 15, so we had a big party, and so much fun. And so it's just been kind of chaotic and hectic with everyone and everything going on. But I will tell you, I got some happy mail, and I am just loving this. I know I mentioned it in my last video that I received it, but it would be another video. So it came in this box through Amazon, and it came from Carlina, and she said she bought it for me for drinking my water. So let me show you, because I am using it. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? Just love it. It is so cute. It does have a straw, or you can have the lid, and then the thing comes down, and so good. Keeps your water real cold and holds a lot. I think, I don't know, it might be 32 ounces. It holds a lot more than my normal bottle of water. And I just got a report from my doctor yesterday that says I am not drinking enough water. I know that's mostly all I drink is water, but apparently my intake is not high enough. I used to drink like 5 to 7 bottles of water a day. And lately, I probably only drinking 2 or 3. So I said every 2 hours I have to drink a bottle of water. I think this is more than that. I need to really measure it. Because I don't know if it says what the ounces are anywhere. Oh, it's a 30-ounce tumbler. So yeah, it's like 2 bottles of water. So I need to drink one of these, probably 3 of these a day. But I do love it so much. And I like the lid on it, because you can close it and help keep it cold in there. And it is just, she is so cute. I just love her. So thank you so much, Carlina. I just really and truly do appreciate it. You guys, you don't ever have to buy me gifts, but I do appreciate when I get them, and they are so cute. There is, I know, a package in my post office box. We stopped yesterday, nothing, and then I got something today saying, we had literally no mail, not even junk mail. I'm like, what? No mail whatsoever? That never happens. But we did stop at the P.O. box yesterday, and there was not one piece of mail in there. But it said, I'm supposed to be getting mail. I don't know. The only thing that I have worked on, and I'm going to tell you, this is a labor of love. First of all, I enjoy the stitch. So that's a good thing. Oh, wait, before we talk about that, I want to talk about this. Y'all, you think I was talking to Nancy. Remember this blanket? It is so beautiful. It was gifted to me and made for me by Donna Cooper. I hope you can hear me. Donna Cooper made me that blanket. I think the first year of Boggy Creek made this pattern. I believe it was in green and like cream and white. Beautiful. And then she made a pink one, I remember, as well. And maybe she's made a blue one, but I know she made the green one and the pink one. And everyone was so thrilled with the pattern. It is a variation of a Creative Grandma spiked ripple or something. But Donna has written the pattern down and given it to me, and she told me that, if you guys want it, you can have it. It's, it's just free. So please feel free to email me if you want the pattern. There have been a couple of people that have requested, where do you get that pattern? you have to send me an email because it's not, I don't have a website or any place like that that I can store it. Donna is not a podcaster. She doesn't have anything like that either. But I, feel free. I will be glad to send it to you. I will tell you though, I don't check my email, my Charm Grammy email every day. I check it every couple of days usually, because I like to do that on my laptop. Because generally, if somebody is emailing me, they want a pattern. I don't store them on my phone because it takes up too much memory, and I do videos, so I need the space. So they're always on my laptop. So email me, and I will get to the email. Usually, depending on how busy I am, but usually 2 or 3 times a week, I check that email, and I will gladly email you the pattern. And thank you, Donna, so much for the gift of that pattern, because it is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And a beautiful, beautiful blanket, and I totally love it. And I cover up with it every day. Every day. My feet get cold, and so I throw it on my legs and feet when I'm sitting in my jammies crocheting at night. And it's just, I love being under that blanket. It is so beautiful. I know, why is my video getting dark all of a sudden? I don't understand that. It's got to be the clouds outside. There's lots of windows that I'm facing. Anyway, on to the crochet of the day. I have not, as I said, picked up my needles in a couple of, probably all week. I have been as diligently as I've been crocheting, working on the dress for my daughter. I am using a Caron, and I didn't bring the band up here. It's called Lighthouse, I think is the color. It's a Caron cotton cake. Lighthouse is still available. It is not one of the ones that they clearanced out at Michael's. I went there because I had heard Michael's was clearing out some of their cake yarns, like this change of season colors they're getting rid of, discontinued colors. This is not one of the colors that was on clearance. I went in there and I thought, if I need more of it, I'm going to get it while it's on sale. And if I have too much, that's okay. I mean, how can you really have too much? Because it's a beautiful yarn. It is a 4-weight cotton acrylic blend. It's an anti-pilling yarn. It doesn't have any halo whatsoever, which I really like. It very rarely splits. I really like that. This colorway I find to be beautiful. It's all very muted. The cotton cakes tend to be, I think, more muted than bright colors. I have made something out of this, and I frogged it, which is why it's all in this ball, which is way smaller than my head now. It was bigger than my head. And I made a part of a top, which is the Canyonland top. I do believe that the link to the pattern is in the description box. It should be there. And my daughter saw it. She's like, "Oh, I love that. I want a dress out of it." But I couldn't figure out how to, that pattern is a 10+7 repeat. And I didn't know how to do that to increase and decrease, because she wants this to be a form-fitting dress. So it could be done, except that she wants form-fitting. So I have to try it on her all the time. And she is not the one that I'm living with. So I don't see her every day. So I do some, and then I do like what I think is enough, and where I need to like maybe shape it a little bit better. And then I have to put it aside, and then I see her, then I have to pull it back and start over at different points and make it bigger or smaller. I don't mind any of that. I'm not complaining. It's just the process that we've been going through. So we started with, in this top, there is, I am doing this based on a dress by Jago, and I will put at least a link to Jago's pattern, or at least to her YouTube channel, in the description box. I think I added to the original dress. Her dress is not a form-fitting dress. So we've and my daughter, and it's higher in the neckline than what my daughter wanted because she wants to like put like a slip kind of dress underneath this and have that show here. And then like this be like a lacy kind of thing to go over it, even though it's not really lace, but it does have holes. When it's form fitting, she wants it like to stretch out and have the holes in it, so it's more lacy looking, but it's not delicate. And she also will wear it over a bathing suit, so she can, you know, it can go either way, bathing suit or not bathing suit. So you start at the shoulders, and I love the way the pattern is made because you start at the shoulders, and we are making this all in one piece. So this is the stitch pattern. On the original pattern, she goes 2 repeats of the pattern. I did 5, and then started doing increases to come down your shoulders, across your chest. She had us chain, mind you, the original pattern is done in a 3-weight yarn with the 4.5 millimeter hook. I am using my 4.5 millimeter clover, which is this one. It is the 4.5. I know someone questioned, I'll show it. Can you see? Can you see that? Does it? Yeah. There are 2 different blues, a lighter blue and a darker blue. The lighter blue is the 4.5 millimeter. The darker blue is the 5 millimeter. And I am using the lighter blue, the 4.5. But the original design was done with a 3-weight yarn. This yarn is 4-weight, but it's really thin for a 4-weight. So I kind of am sticking more closely to like her pattern, because I know this is a thin 4, closer to a 3 in my opinion. And some of my friends as well thought the same thing. Like, it'll be okay because this is more like a 3-weight yarn. So in the original pattern, she has you go, I believe it was 14 stitches to connect the shoulders. I think on this side I used 8. On the back, I think I have the original amount, but I used only half in the front. And then I had to increase and decrease. So now I have the whole top part done, and we're down to her hips. Amanda that's the biggest part of her body is her hips. So we're doing some shaping, and I'll show you. You can see it is shaped. You can see it's like it curves in, so that's turning out pretty good. Now the hips are going to be, and it's flat across the bottom, so the hips are going to be bigger than any other part. So I'm doing a little more increasing. I had finished this, or had this row almost done, and tried it on her, and I thought she's tall, and I looked at it and thought, that's not big enough. Just holding it up, it doesn't look like that should be down past her hips, but it does. But I need to make it bigger. So I had to rip again out the last row that wasn't even done anyway. The last row of the double treble crochet, which is the big stitch. And I am doing a little bit more increasing in that. So I'm only going to increase. There's a row of double trebles, and then a row of half double. So I'm only going to increase on the big stitch at this point, but it was a little tight, and I wasn't sure if I was wide enough, and if I needed to make it longer still before I start decreasing a little. So after this row, I need at least 2 more rows of this increased. And I'm only increasing on each side and in the middle of the back. When I did the front, or the top part of it, I increased, here we go. I increased in the middle of each middle of each side of the chest and on the sides, but not the back. Now I'm increasing in the rear end and in her hips, but not the front, because she's flatter in the front and larger in the butt. And so I'm kind of enjoying the whole process of form fitting it. And I went into it knowing that if I'm going to form fit it, I'm going to have to see, oh, is this wide enough or not wide enough? And it's probably going to require some frogging and then putting back. So I don't mind doing that because I really am finding it kind of fun to do. And so that's all good. I'm all good with that. Let's see, I have some stitch markers. This is where I started decreasing, and I knew I needed to go like a hand's width for her waist, and came to here. And then I needed like a hand plus on her. And I don't know why that one is here. I think I just had an extra stitch marker. But I think, no. So this was where I was ending at the waist, and then I needed to go from here a hand plus, which is like this row plus 2 more of the double trebles. So that's where I'm at with this now. And like I said, I'm really finding it fun. And I'm keeping my stitch markers in there just for reference for later. Am I writing any of this down? Nope. Should I? Oh, of course I should. But I figure if she wants another type of dress, it's not going to be this stitch. You know, if she ever wants a top or another type of dress, it's not going to be this stitch. And I'm going to have, and if, you know, I'm not, if I was to make one for someone else, it's not going to fit them in the same way. So I decided it wasn't, and I could just imagine what my paper would look like. 75 stitches increase, you know, 75 stitches increase, next row. Nope, scratch that all out. The whole thing is going to be scratched out and rewritten and scratched out and rewritten. And I'm sure that's how designers do patterns most of the time, unless they're really good at it and know what they're doing. I'm sure at the start it's a lot of scratching out and rewriting. But this is going to be like a one of a kind, I think. And so I decided I'm not going to aggravate myself with scratching out and rewriting and erasing the paper until it shreds and that kind of stuff. And when I'm crocheting in the evenings, usually I haven't been doing much crochet in the car or knitting either. But I find that when I am doing that, it's been in the evening, it's been a busy day, and I just don't really want to write anything down. And so I'm not, and I'm doing it by hand and feel, because using the measuring tape didn't work. But hand and feel is doing much better. So I have half of this row or 3/4 of this row. So it doesn't really take that long. So I'm finding myself with like, oh, I should go upstairs and get my knitting, and because we're staying in the basement where they've built us a bedroom. And I just don't want to. I just don't. I'm like, it's late when we sit down in the evening, and like 11 o'clock yesterday, I didn't even pick up the crochet. Yeah, I did. I did this far. I did this far yesterday, and that's all. I ripped this row out and restarted it. And when I also have stitch marker at the sides where the side goes, and you know, just in general in the middle of the middle of the back where I'm doing the increases, I'm not counting. When the dress is on, you're not going to notice. I just really don't think it's going to be a big deal, so I'm kind of eyeballing it where I'm doing the increases and increasing off the previous increase is what I'm doing. The last row on here, I did not increase in the back. I only increased in the sides, but my increase is here, so I'll probably increase on this stitch. But like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. I thought on the previous row that I wasn't going to need to increase any further, but I found that that's not true. there it goes again, getting so light. I mean, so dark. This is the best lighting I have, guys. I'm really sorry about that. But the good news is, I'm done. I have nothing else to tell you about this dress. I love my Happy Mail, and I appreciate it so much. Isn't she so cute? This is where we need to, we're just going to take a picture of that and make that the thumbnail because it's so cute. And I appreciate it so much. The dress is turning out really well. I think when I get these last couple rows on, then we're going to do one more fitting and see how much I need to come in. And then how long it needs to go. That part will go really quick. I think the decreases we're going to do in like 1 or 2 rows. I don't think it needs to be real gradual or it's going to pucker and, you know, like sag. So, but then I think once I get it to the right size, then the length is not an issue. And I think I'm going to have enough yarn. So that's also great. And I might have enough yarn to still finish my top without buying more. So we're going to see how that works out. Cross your fingers. That's all I got for you now. I'll keep you posted on the move as things hopefully move along. That's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging out during my confusion of life here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.